Okay students, today we are going to solve what example 5. In this question, if x is to y is equal to 11 is to 8. Now it means that x is actually 11 and y is 8. So the value of x is 11 and the y is 8. Now the value and y and z equals to 6 and 7. So it means that y is 6 and z is 7. Calculate x, y and z. Okay, now we move on to the first part where x is to y. Now x is to y is 11 is to 8. So I will write the 11 over here just below the x. I will put the ratio sign and then y is 8 in this case. Okay, 11 is to 8, x is to y. Now if you look at the next one, it is y is to z, right? And y is 6. So I will write the y, the other value of y, 6, just below this 8. So 6 will be here and z is, as you can see, it is 7. So I will write 7 over here. Then after this you will just place a line, put a line over here, and we will multiply 11 into 6. Then we will multiply 6 into 8, and finally we will multiply 8 into 7. 8 into 7, right? That is how we are going to solve such question. It is like n formula. Okay, now we started 11 6 time, it is 66. So I will write 66 over here just below the x. So it is my x. Then put the ratio sign, and 8 into 6, 48. I will write 48 over here. This is my y actually, and 8 multiplies 7, 8 into 7, that is 56, and this is my z actually. Now I will divide all these terms by 2, all these values by 2, and my answer will be 2 3 times 6 and 2 3 times 6 ratio 2 2 times 4 to 4 times 8, and then I have 28 times 228 times 56. Now that is the simplified answer, simplified ratio, and that will be the answer of part first. Now actually, as you can see, this is 33 is actually the simplified version of 66, and that represents the x. So it is actually x. 24 is y, this is my y, and 28, this is my z. Fine. Now in the next part, x is to y. So x is now 33 and z is actually 28. As both these values cannot be further simplified, so that will be my answer. Then, as we have solved the worked example 5, the practice now will be solved in a similar way. If x is to y is 5 and y is 6, fine. So we will write x is actually 5 and y is 6. Now the other ratio, y is to z, is 4. So it means that the other value of y is 4. So I will put value just below this 6. It is 4 is 2, and z is 9. As you can see, it is 9. Fine. Now we will multiply 5 into 4, then 4 into 6, then 6 into 9, and formula. Fine. So 4 times 5, that is 20. 6 times 4, that is 24. 6 times 9, 54. Now we will further simplify it by dividing it by 2. Fine. So that will be to 10 times 20, to 12 times 24, and to 27 times 54. Now it cannot be further simplified, so that will be our answer. Now as you can see that this 10 is actually, our x, 12 is y, it is our y, and this is our z. Now in the next part, y is to z, y is 12 and z is 27. So this is what we will write over here, that is 12 is to 27. As these two terms cannot be simplified further, so that will be our answer of practice now 5. Now you will do the similar questions. I mean you will use the same concepts in all these questions of exercise 9a. Question 1, part D, E and F. Question number 4, question number 6, question number 9, and it has 3 parts, C, D and E. And you will do it in a similar fashion as we did both these worked example 5 and practice now 5. Then question number 10, A and B, and then question number 11. For your guidance, I am also going to solve all these questions, but it is advised that you stop the video over here, pause it over here, and then try to solve these questions by yourself. Now we will solve exercise 9a and its question number 1, part D, E and F. Here I am going to discuss the part D. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. Fine. And as you can see, all these values are not same. So in order to find the ratios, in order to calculate, we have to rewrite them in the same units. Now as you can see, it is milliliter, so I have written down 580 as it is, 580, and 1.12 liters, it is liters, so I will multiply it by 1000, so that I wanted to convert it into milliliters. Fine. I will not write the unit over here. Then 104 milliliter. When you will multiply 1.12 into 1000, you have 1120. You will write 580 as it is and 104 as it is. Now divide all these values by 4 and you will get this answer. That will be the answer of part D. Why we have multiplied by 1000? Because as I told you earlier, that when you convert the bigger unit to smaller unit, you will multiply. As 1 liter has 1000 units of milliliters, or 1000 units of milliliter make 1 liter, so it is a big unit, and when you convert a liter into milliliters, you will multiply. Now moving on to the part E, look at the denominators. All these ratios are in fraction. Look at the denominators. We have 3, 2 and 8. So the LCM of 3, 2 and 8 is 24. LCM of 3, 2 and 8 is 24. So I will multiply 24 with all these fractions in the next step. So this is what we have done over here. We have multiplied 24 with 2 by 3, 24 with 3 by 2, and 24 by 5 into 5 by 8. Now when we calculate it, you know it 3 times 1 and 3 8 times 24 and 8 2 times you will have 16. Likewise to 12 times 24 and 12 into 3 you will have 36. 8 3 times 24, and 3 times 5 you have 15. So that is the answer of this question of part E. Now we will solve the part F. We will discuss the part F of question 1. It is in decimal, so the first thing is to remove the decimal. Since it is 0.03, 0.33, since it is 0.33, I have removed the decimal and placed the 1, and since there are two zeros, I have placed like this, two zeros like this. So it is 33 over 100, and this is what we have written over here. In the same manner, you remove the decimal, place the 1, and since after the decimal there are two digits, you will write two zeros. So it is 63 over 100. Remove the decimal and you have 1, and since after the decimal it is one digit, so I have put 1 0 over here. So all these are now in fractions, and look at the denominator of ratios 100, 100 and 10. You will take the LCM of all these values, and the LCM will be 100. So our LCM is 100 in this case. Now you will multiply 100 with all of these three fractions. This is what we have done in this second step, multiplying by 100 with all of these fractions. It is not on both sides. So multiply by 100. So as you can see, 100, 100, it is cancelled. We have 33. 100, 100 cancelled. We have 63. And then 10, this 0 will be cancelled. 10 into 18, we have 180. Now we will divide all these values by 3, and we have this answer. So 11 is to 21 is to 60 is the answer of part F. Now we will solve question number 4 of exercise 9A. A is to B is to C is 75 ratio 120 ratio 132. So in the first part we have to find A is to B is to C. If you look at the first part, we have 75 is to 120 is to 132. We will divide all these terms by 3, and we have 25 is to 40, 132 divided by 3 is 44. So that will be your answer of part first. In the second part, we have to find B is to A. Now B is to A. We have this 40, it is our B, and A is actually 25. Now B is to A. B is 40 and A is 25. We will divide both these values with 5, and we have 8 is to 5 answer. Then in the third part we have to find B is to C. Now if you look, B is 40 and C is 44. So B is 40, C is 44. We can divide it by 4, both these values, and the answer will be 10 is to 11. So that will be the answer of part 3. It's very easy. Now we will solve question number 6 of exercise 9A. A total of 3600 athletes participated in Singapore in 2010 Youth Olympic Games. There were 1200 media representatives reported on the game and 20,000 volunteers. So there were 20,000 volunteers who helped out during the games and 37,000 spectators. These are the number of spectators who attended the games. Find the ratio of the number of athletes to the number of volunteers. So number of athletes to the number of volunteers. This is what we have to find over here. So the number of athletes is actually 3600 and number of volunteers is 20,000. We divide it by 100 to simplify it. We have 36 is to 200, and when we divide it by 4, I have 9 is to 50. So it means that number of athletes are 9 is to, the ratio between the number of athletes and the number of volunteers is 9 is to 50. This shows the ratio of number of athletes, and this shows the number of volunteers. So that is the answer of part first. In the second part, the number of media representatives to the number of athletes to the number of spectators. So this is the number of media representatives, because there are 1200 media representatives. So that is our 1200 media representatives. Then 3600 are the number of athletes. 3600 is the number of athletes, and 3700,000 is the number of spectators. These are the number of spectators. We divide it by 100, all these values, and when we divide 1200 by 100, we have 12. This divide by 100, we have 36, and this divide by 100, we have 3700. We divide all these values by 4, and we have 3 is to 9 is to 925. Now that is our answer. This shows the ratio between the number of media representatives, which is 3, to the number of athletes 9, and the number of spectators is 925. So that is the answer of question number 6. Now we will solve question number 9 of part C, D and E. If you look at the part C, the units are not same. The smallest unit is grams. We will convert the kilograms, 3/4 kilogram and 0.6 kilogram into grams. And how we will do that? We will multiply it by 1000. So 0.6 into 1000 is to 3/4 multiply 1000 and 400 grams. Now when you multiply it, 0.6 into 1000, you have 600. When you multiply 3/4 into 1000, yani 3 into 1000 divide by 4, you will multiply 3 into 1000 and divide by 4, you have 750. And when you will divide and you write the 400 as it is. Now I'll divide that by 100, all these values, divided by 10, and we will have 60 is to 75 is to 40. Now we can further divide it by 5. So we divide it, 60 divide by 5, we have 12, fine. So here we have 12, then 75 divide by 5, we have 15, and 40 divided by 5, we have 8. So that is our answer of part C. Now we move on to the part B. 1/3, I have written it as it is, but I have removed the decimal and placed 1, and since after the decimal I have one digit, so I placed 1 0 over here, and 3 multiply 4, we have 12, added 3 to it, and we have 15. So 15 by 4. Now we have all these values in fraction, And as you know, now we can take the LCM of denominators. We have 3, 10 and 4. We will take the LCM of all these values and the LCM will be 60. LCM is 60. Now I will multiply the 60 with all these 3 fractions. This is what we have done over here. So 3 1 times 320 times 60, 20 times 1 we have 20, cancel the 0, 6 into 25 we have 150, cancel this, we have 15, 15 times 15 we have 225. Now we will divide all these 3 terms, all these 3 values by 5. So 20 by 5 we have 4, 150 by 5 we have 30, 220 by 5 we have 45. That is the answer of part B. Now we will do part C. If you look at the part C, I have removed the decimal over here, so it is 12 by 10. Multiply 10 times 3, it is 30, and plus 3, that will be 33 by 10. Remove that decimal, we have 1, and after the decimal we have 1 digit, so I placed 1 0 over here. Now we have all these 3 fractions, and as you can see the denominator is 10, so the LCM will be 10. So you will multiply 10 with all these fractions. This is what we have done over here. So 10 will be cancelled by 10, we have 12. This 10 will be cancelled by 10, we have 33, and here we have 55. Now as they cannot be further simplified, so that will be our answer. Now we will solve question number 10, part A and B. Look at the part A. Find the value of m and 2 whole 1 by 4 is to 6 equals to m is to 1 whole 1 by 5. Now this is our value. We will solve the part A first. If you look at the part A, first of all you will multiply 2 times 4, it is 8, add 1 to it, it will be 9, so 9 by 4 is to 6 m, and 5 times 1 we have 5, add 1 to it, it will be 6 upon 5. Now in this question, in this step, as you can see that the left hand side is equal to right hand side, and in the left hand side, if I write it like 6 upon 1 and n upon 1, it's the same thing. 6 upon 1 is 6, m upon 1 is m. But if you look at the denominators on the left and the right hand side, you can see that here we have 4, 1, 1 and 5. We will take the LCM of all these terms and we will have LCM will be 20. LCM will be 20. That is the LCM of say 4, 1, 1 and 5. Now we will multiply the LCM, which is 20, on both sides, on the right hand side as well as on the left hand side. So 9 by 40 into 20, 6 times 20, 6 into 20, m into 20 and 6 by 5 into 20. Now we will simplify it. 4 1 times, 4 5 times 20 and 9 5 times we have 45. 6 times 20 we will have 120, m into 20 that will be 20m, 5 1 times and 5 4 times 20 and 6 into 4, 6 times 4 we have 24. Now look at this, we have same values. For example, the 45, now look at this, we will simplify it, okay, and if you can see, we have divided it by this left hand side, we have simplified it by 5, so we have divided it by 5 to simplify it. So 5 9 times 45 and 5 24 times 120. So we have simplified it, and if you look over here, what we have got, we have 9 is to 24 equals 20m is to 24. Now as you can see that 9 is equal to 20m and 24 is equal to 24, right? Now since we in this question we have to find the value of m, so I have written 9 equals 20m. Okay, and then actually now this is our a, that is our a, and that is our b. I have written it in a divided by b. We can write the ratios in fraction, remember? So that is actually 9 by 24, and this is our a and that is our b. I have also written it in fraction, a over b. Fine. Now if you look at the denominators, we have 24. So I will multiply 24 on both sides to get rid of this 24 over here. So as you can see that 24 will be cancelled by 24, and here it is also cancelled. So what we have got finally, we have 9 equals to 20m, or we can write it like 20m equals to 9. These both things are same, symmetric property, you know. If a is equal to b, then b is equal to a, symmetric property. Now 20m equals to 9. As you can see, 20 is multiplying with m, and when we shift it to the other side it will divide. So we will have m equals to 9 over 20. That will be the answer of our question of part A. Question 10 part A. Number 11. If you look at the question number 11, we have p is to q equals 3 over 4 is to 2. So p is actually 3 over 4 and q is 2. And p is to r is 1 upon 3 is to 1 upon 2. So p is 1 upon 3 and r is 1 upon 2. In the first part we have to find p, q and r, p is to q is to r, and in the second part we have to find q is to r. Now before solving this question, first of all we will try to remove these fractions which are given in this question. How we do it? Simply take the p is to q, which is 3 by 4 is to 2. You can write 2 upon 1, and as look at the denominators, we have 4 and 1, so our LCM is 4. In this case our LCM is 4. So multiply the 4 with both these values. 3 times 4 into 4, 4 cancelled, we have 3, and 2 times 4 we have 8. Now take p ratio r. P is 1 by 3 and r is 1 by 2. Look at the denominator, we have 3 and 2, so the LCM of this will be 6. LCM will be 6. Now you will multiply 6 with both these fractions. When you multiply it 6 by this one, you will have 3 1 times, 3 2 times 6, we have 2. When you multiply 6 with this, we have 2 3 times 6, we have 3. So 2 is to 3. Now this is actually our p, and this is q, and this is our p, and 3 is now our r. Fine. Now we will solve the part 1 and 2. So moving on to the part 1, we have, I have just arranged it a bit. We have to find p, q and r. Fine, but I have arranged it like p ratio q ratio p is to r. Why? Because I have two values of p and I can apply the n formula as we have discussed earlier. Now if you look over here, we have q, and q, look at the value of q, it is 8, so I placed 8 over here. Fine. And p, look at p, it is 3, so I have 3 over here. Fine. This is our q is to p. Then we have another value of p, which is 2. I have placed it over here, and is to r. R is our 3, so I placed over here. Now I can apply the n formula. 8 times 2, I have 16. Then 2 times 3, I have 6 over here. Then 3 times 3, and I have 9 over here. Now I can rearrange according to the question, which is p is to q is to r. So I have arranged it, p is to q is to r. Now if you look over here, p is 6, so I place 6 over here, just rearrange it, right? And q is 16, so I place 16 over here, and r is 9. Fine. This is our answer of part 1. Now if you look at the part 2, it is q is to r. So q is 16, right? It is 16, and r is 9. So 16 is to 9. That will be our answer. Thank you very much.